Vande Vrindavanacharam Vallavijana Vallabham Jayanti Sambhavam Dhama Vaijayanti Vibhushanam. Mhm. One minute, I don't seem to have. We finished with the 34th shloka. Alipsata na samrajyam saha arthakama parangmukaha yadrichhagatam aishwaryam anrinya ruchihi anvabhut. Vasudeva. This is about Vasudeva. Description of Vasudeva is happening. He was born, he is Kashyapa Prajapati's avatara, and he was also born with Surabhi and Aditi, who were his wives in the earlier, as a Prajapati. They were born as Rohini and Devaki. He married them here also. So we described a couple of those. We went through a few shlokas there. And when he was ruling, Vasudeva, as he was ruling, he did not have any interest towards the Samrajyam. He did not want to have a huge conquering, he did not want to conquer the entire Samrajyam or anything. So, Artha Kama Parangmukaha was completely turned away from both Artha and Kama. Yadrichhagatam Aishwaryam, whatever he got, Daiva Vashat Yatkimapi Labdham, he Anvabhut, he enjoyed that Anrinya Ruchihi, as if he only had an interest towards getting rid of his Pitraranam, Devaranam, Ityadikam. So that is how why he enjoyed those wealth. He did not enjoy it for the wealth sake or that desire sake. Okay.
So Anranya Ruchihi is a Bahuvrihi to describe the king, Saha.
Yes, Saha. Yes. Anrinyam. Anrinye ruchihi yasya saha. So it becomes a Vaiyadikarana Bahuvrihi, right? Yeah. Next is the Ashariri Vak, which Kamsa hears. So here he doesn't give that dramatic thing of, they got married, and as he was bringing them, that is when the Ashariri Vak came about and all. Tatha nasti atra. The way Vedanta Desika describes is, their marriage was over. Here, suddenly one day, Kayachid Ashariranya Vacha Vyavasita Ayatihi Devakim Vasudevancha Kamsaha Karam Ayojayat. Kamsa Karam Ayojayat, Devakim Vasudevancha Karam Ayojayat. He ensured that they went to the jail, who both Devaki and Vasudeva. He put them in the prison because he heard his life was being limited in the sense Vyavasita ayatihi. Ayatihi is bhavishya, ayati kalam, agami kalam, right? So bhavishya ayati is usually the lifespan. So Vyavasita ayatihi ityukte nishchitam. When you say Vyavasita Dhihi, one who has a determined buddhi, one who has decided what to do, iti Vyavasitam, whatever you have decided, right? So atrapi Vyavasita Ayatihi Kamsaha. This is an adjective to Kamsaha. Yasya Ayatihi Vyavasitaha Asit or Vyavasita Asit. One whose Bhavishyat Kalam was decided because of an Ashariri Vak. A voice, a disembodied voice which was heard. Kayachit, by some Asharirinya, Vacha, by a voice which did not have any body. So it was a Daivi Vak. His ayati, his future being decided, Kamsa, immediately, Devakim Vasudevancha Karam Ayojayat, he put them in prison. What was the Ashariri Vak? That the Ashtamaha Garbha eva hanta bhavishyati. It is her eighth child will become the killer. Okay. You go over the Pratipadartha. Padikrela, Yaradu.
Yeah. Asharirinya, Sharira Rahitaya, Sharira Rahitaya Kayachit Vacha, Asyaha Ashtamo Garbha Tava Hanta, Tava Hanta. Hanta
iti evam rupam na pirchura.
Hanta, it's like a lut lakarava.
Yes, lut. Future. Yeah.
Future. Okay. So tava hanta iti evam rupaya vacha. Oh. So the explanation for that. Okay, I see.
What is the form of that words? Yeah.
So that has to be given only by the Vyakyakara because in the Shloka it's not apparent.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a known
It's a
episode.
known thing, so he didn't feel like explaining it. Okay. अस्याः इति okay षष्टि
Devakyaha.
अस्याः देवक्याः अस्याः देवक्याः अष्टमः गर्भः तव हन्ता इति एवं रूपया वाचा व्यवसित आयतिः निश्चितभविष्यः कंसः तादृशः कंसः इति कंसः तन्नाम देवकीं वसुदेवस्य पत्नीं वसुदेवञ्च तस्याः पतिं वसुदेवमपि कारां बन्धनागारम् अयोजयत् अगमयत्. So he caused
So
them
if
to
you,
go to jail. He
so
joined them
this is Dvikarmaka here.
द्विकर्मक. So देवकीं वसुदेवञ्च इति द्वितीय एकवचनं तत्र पुनः काराम् इति द्वितीयकर्म.
Yes.
कारां
Because it is a Nijanta there.
निजन्त. Okay. So okay.
Chariya. Agamayat, he ensured that they went into the prison.
Okay. Saha, so he would have, so if it was not niche, okay, I'll work it out later. Okay. Bhavah. Kamsaha deva.
Not nichina purila enak.
Anich rupam katham bhavati. Like
Yunakti.
Yunakti. Kaha yunakti? Kamsaha yunakti. Kamsaha kam yunakti. Devakim yunakti.
No.
Devakim
Tadapi tatra, no. You will have to Atmanam Devaki Karam Gachati Ityeva Tatra Arthaha. It won't fit in the
So Devaki will be the agent now. So Devaki Karam, now then it will be passive. Devaki Karam
Gachati. Take it as Gachati because Yunakti it becomes tough to or Yujyate.
Devaki Karam Yujyate. Okay. Devaki Karam Yujyate.
Devaki connects herself with the prison.
Atmanam Karam. Anga kuda dvikarmaka vandirum.
Because it is a adu enna sollu antarbhavita
niche. So if you change it to agama, okay, Devaki Karam agachat. Okay, Kamsaha Devakim Karam agamayat. That's better.
Yeah.
Ayojayat is alternative to that. Okay, fine. It's a little bit clumsy to unravel it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Kamsaha Devakyaha अष्टमः गर्भः आत्मनः हन्ता इति आकाशवाण्या बोधितः देवकीं वसुदेवञ्च कारागारे अबध्नात्.
Abadhnat is?
Abadhnat would be lung. Right? But hanta is tricky. You have to note it down as lut. Otherwise, it's not commonly encountered form. People would think, it's the trich or trin. They would think it's trich. Like,
Kartama.
व्याकरणविशेषः अत्र अयोजयत् इति निजन्तः युज्धातुः गत्यर्थकः तस्मात् वा अस्तु तस्मात् गतिबुद्धिप्रत्यवसानार्थ शब्दकर्म अकर्मकाणाम् अनिकर्ता स नौ so अनिकर्ता स नौ
निजन्ते कर्ता यः भवति सः नौ कर्म भवति.
So Devaki would be the karta in Anijante. Now in the now sthiti, he will become the karma again.
Because yuj dhatu is being used in gatyartham. That's why I kept saying you take it as agachat.
Evam. So okay.
So kayachid asharirinya vacha vyavasitayatihi devakim vasudevancha kamsaha karam ayojayat. Next one is sakalati balaha kamsaha kalanemihi anehasa sarva daiteya sattvanam samahara iva uditaha. Sarva daiteya sattvanam samaharaha iva uditaha samaharaha iva kamsaha asit. Saha kamsaha, there is no uditaha kalanemihi asit. So you take, there is no verb here, so you have to understand that asit is the verb here. So saha kamsaha, that kamsa, Kalati balaha. He was more strong than Kala himself, Yama. This is also a kind of a hyperbole here. Right? So one who was more strong than one who was stronger than Kala, fate or Yama, Anehasa सर्वदैतेयसत्त्वानां समाहारः उदितः कालः इव कालनेमिः इव कालनेमी was another rakshasa and this Kamsa anehasa through time he kalanemi took an avataram of Kamsa. But that kalanemi here he is sakshat kalanemi iti. So kalanemihi eva ayam Kamsaha anehasa Kalena Dirghakalanantaram Eshaha Uditaha Asit. He was Utpannaha Asit. How was he? He seemed like the entire strength of all the Daityas had taken one form and it had come here in the form of Kamsa. Okay, Sakamsaha Kalati Balaha Sarva Daiteya Sattvanam Samaharaha Iva Anehasa Uditaha Kalanemihi Iva. Through time, it was as if Kalanemi himself had taken an avataram in the form of Kamsa and he was stronger than Yama. He was also like a samuchayam, like a combination of all of the Daitya's parakrama.
So sattva here means the strength, right? Sattva means
bala.
strength. So Kalanemi is the son of Hiranyakashipu, it seems.
Oh, okay. Hiranyakashipu
so
Prahladan liya. Oh, okay.
Supposed to be son of Hiranyakashipu in one telling. In later years, born as Kamsa. During the Ramanavana war. Okay, fine.
He is Hiranyakashipu putraha. Okay, iti Harivamsha Purane vartate. Kalanemi and the chakram kuda undalla. Kala chakrasya nemi iti. I thought
center
that
of
was
time. Yeah.
That was what I was thinking. Sorry.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Kalanemi.
Kalanemi niha veerashurash. Kalanemi niha veerashurash janeshwaraha.
Vishnu Sahasranamam. Kalanemi veerash. Okay.
Kalanemi niha nihanti iti. Okay. Saha Kamsaha. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Saha Kamsaha. Yes. Yaha tavat स्वसारम् एव अबध्नात् सः कंसः तादृशः कंसः कालाति बलः अन्तकापेक्षया अपि प्रबलः अनेहसा नाम कालेन सो अनेहस् शब्दः सकारान्त अनेहस् शब्दः
yes
right so anehasa tritiya ekavachanam word for time. It's a very interesting word for time. Right? You never imagine that means time. Anehasa sarva daiteya sattvanam nama akhila daitya parakramanam samaharaha iva. So Kamsa was like the samaharaha, the summation of sarva daiteya sattvanam, of the strength of all the daityas. Or Akila Daitya Parakramanam, or the veiler of all the Daityas or the Danavas. So he was like that. He was a summation of all their strength. Samuchaya Iva. Uditaha, he was born as that. Kalanemihi. Nama Rakshasa Eva Kila. So Kalanemi was the previous Rakshasa who was probably killed by Vishnu or someone. And then he's born again now as Kamsa. Right?
Yeah.
So Prabhavaha. Prak Bhagavata Hataha. Okay. Kalanemi Nama Mahasuraha. So previously killed by Bhagavan himself, this Mahasura, this great Rakshasa Asura called Kalanemi, Eva Kamsarupena Nikhila Daiteya Sattvanam Samaharha Eva Avirbhutaha. That same Mahasura, in the form of Kamsa, he was again born as the summation of all the strengths of all the Daityas. Ata eva सः नृशंसः आसीत्. So नृशंसः नाम किम्?
Cruel. Cruel.
Cruel. Cruel.
Nrin
नृन्
shamsati.
शंसति नाम
Shasti.
hunting.
Himsati iti.
हिंसति. नृन् हिंसति इति नृशंसः. Oh.
One who
So
is
he was
very
very
cruel.
cruel because he was the enemy of all humans and good people. Okay.
If just one asura can, be very cruel, what to say of the entire samuchayam, samahara of the
Mahara.
balam, yeah?
So he had the strength of all the asuras and all the cruelty of all the asuras as well. So both.
Yeah.
Alankara. Okay. Kamsasya sarva daiteya sattva samahara rupatva utprekshanat utpreksha alankara evam.
It's clear, right? So because it's a fancy where you can't have the balam taking a form here or all of the balam coming together into a human form. So it is utpreksha alankara. Saha kalati balaha.
Kalati balaha comparison with Yama, is it because he kills a lot? Is that why they gave?
ஆமா குழந்தையில கொல்ல போறான் இல்லையா? See, the poet has the liberty of, because he knows the story, he can give an adjective which is appropriate to what will come later. He was actually probably a very, very nice person to his sister till then, but he was also very cruel to other people. He was ruling. He put his father Ugrasena inside the prison and he started ruling the kingdom, right? And he also proved himself to be much worse than Yama, in the sense that Yama did not kill people who were innocent. Here,
before their time.
Ama. So sakalati balaha kamsaha kalanemi ranehasa sarvadeiteya sattvanam samaharaiva uditaha. Etasmin antare devi मेरु मध्यम उपेयुषः प्रजापति मुखान देवान प्राह सागर मेखला. Now starts
But by referring to him as Kalanemi, the poet forebodes the death of him at Vishnu's hand again.
That's also true. Yes. Correct. Now we come to a different scene here. Now, since Kamsa has been described as the most cruel person here, we know that Bhumi will not be able to handle this bharam of cruel people, and dushtanam tu tatra adhiko bharaha jataha iti sagara mekhala, that is Prithvi. She now is not able to bear the weight of this. She goes to the devas and asks them for help. So then the Prithvi's stotram or Prithvi's prarthana comes about. Then all of them go to Brahma. Then they go to Vishnu. This is what is the rest of the Sarga. Etasmin antare, in the meanwhile, when all this was happening, when Vasudeva and Devaki were being put into prison, and when Kamsa was behaving very horribly, Devi Sagara Mekhala, one who has the Sagara, the Samudram, all the oceans as her Mekala, like a hip ornament for her, waist ornament. Meru Madhyam Upeyushaha Prajapati Mukhana Devana Praha. She spoke to the Devas who were represented by Prajapati, Brahma and other Devas. So Brahma was also present there. They didn't have to go to Brahma and then Brahma to Shiva iti, Vishnu iti nasti atra. So directly when she goes, Brahma was also present there along with the Devas. So Prajapati Pramukhana Devana Praha, where were they all staying? Meru Madhyam Upeyushaha. Upeyivan, we saw this word again. It is an Upetaha. Praptaha iti. So praptan, upeyushaha is in dvitiya bahuvachanam. So upeyivan, upeyivamsa, upeyivamsaha. Upa inigatau dhatu. You have the kwasan pratyaya again, which will give you the meaning of bhutartham. All of these devas, along with the Brahma, had upeyushaha, who had arrived to the middle of that Meru Parvata. Okay.
So upeyushaha is like vidwan, so vidwansaha.
Yes.
Vidwansa, vidushaha.
Vidushaha.
Upeyushaha. So now the Devi here who is approaching, who's speaking to Prajapati, I guess. Is this Devi again?
Sagara Mekhala.
But
Kasa.
Bhuma Devi.
Bhuma Devi.
Sagara Mekhala. Okay, Sagara Mekhalaya Dharati Tiva. Yasya Mekhala
Sagaraha eva
Sagaram.
Mekhala.
Oh, Sagara. Okay, Sagaram eva Mekhala. Yes, Yasyaha.
Yasyaha sa. Iti Dharitri. Bhumi.
ஆனா இங்க சமுத்திர ரசனா ஓகே சரி படிக்கும்.
அதேதானே அர்த்தம்.
சமுத்திர
அமரத்துல இல்ல?
the group of the ரசனா means rope.
ஆமா, ரசனாமும் உங்களுக்கு வந்து மேகலா தான். It is that hip chain. அந்த ஒட்டியானம்ங்கிறோம்ல அதுதான்.
Okay, yeah, okay. No, I mean to say that it isn't the Bahuvrihi form isn't explicitly.
That is not been expressed here. இங்க இதுல வந்து they have totally left out all the இது அது என்ன விக்கிரக வாக்கியம். You compile or you do the vigraha vakyam and send it to me. I'll include it in this document.
I've done it and sent already.
You've sent சரி நான் தான் பார்க்கலையா? Okay. எனக்கு வேலை கொடுத்துருவா. ஏதஸ்மின் அந்தரே
भवती पठति वा?
एतस्मिन् अन्तरे सागरमेखला देवी मेरुमध्यम् उपेयुषः प्रजापतिमुखान् देवान् प्राह. She knew exactly where they were, so she directly went to that Merumadhyam and then she started saying the whatever complaints she has and requested for help. प्रतिपदार्थः एतस्मिन् अन्तरे अस्मिन् अवसरे.
Antaram usually means an opportunity or space. So we say meanwhile.
Meanwhile. Sagara Mekhala, Samudra Rashana, Bhuma Devi, Devi Dharidri, Meru Madhyam, Sumeru Parvata Madhya Desham, which will be, where is Sumeru Madhya Desham? Where it is?
So Meru Parvatam itself is like an inverted, it's like a இந்த தாமரப்பூ மாதிரி இருக்கும் அது. That's what they say. Karnikara pushpameva tatra it is in beyond Jambudvipam and in the middle of this bhumi somewhere அப்படிங்கிறா. அதெல்லாம் இன்னைக்கு வந்து you can't fix that point everything, but it is more of a kind of esoteric position it has somewhere in the middle where the devas come.
Okay. Upeyushaha praptavatah. Those who had reached there.
Praptavatah is also in which
Dvitiya Bahuvachanam 2.3. Prajapati Mukhan, Brahma Prabhritin. So they were expecting Bhumi Devi to come, so they made the job easier and by assembling there beforehand. Devan, Suran, Devas.
அப்படியே சொல்லிப்பா. அதெல்லாம் நம்ம அப்படியே கேட்டுருக்கோம்.
Praha Vakshyamana Prakarena Uvacha. She started saying the upcoming shlokas.
Vakshyamana Prakaraha. The method is going to be said later. Tatha Uvacha.
भावः अस्मिन् अवसरे भूदेवी मेरुमध्यं प्राप्तवतः ब्रह्मादीन् प्रति वक्ष्यमाणप्रकारेण उवाच.
It's the same.
She started saying some few shlokas about her troubles to Deva. Visheshah aha iti uvacha ityarthe vibhakti pratirupam avyayam. Okay.
Yes. So
it's not the it's not the latlakara rupam aha.
Latlakaram சொல்லிட்டோம்னா she is speaking வரும் இல்லையா? But it is that's why you call it as an avyaya to indicate that bhutartha, lit artha. You want the parokshe lit artha, so you say aha. Sometimes vachmi iti vibhakti pratirupakam avyayam for aham abrimbo. Instead of saying aham, you say asmi abrimbo. இருக்கேன் abrimbo இல்லையா? ஐன்னு சொல்றதுக்கு பதிலா we say present அப்படிங்கிறோம். அதெல்லாம் வந்து is like an avyaya which actually indicates some other word. இங்கேயும் அதே மாதிரி.
विभक्ति प्रतिरूपम् अव्ययम् उपेयुषः उपेयिवस् शब्दस्य द्वितीया बहुवचनम् उपेयिवान् उपेयिवांसौ उपेयिवांसः इति प्रथमा विभक्तिरूपाणि उपेयिवांसम् उपेयिवांसौ उपेयुषः इति द्वितीयारूपाणि एतस्मिन् अन्तरे नुडागम संधिः एतस्मिन् अन्तरे ओके एतस्मिन् नन्तरे इति
नकारद्वित्वं वर्तते तद् नकारस्तु नुट् आगमः भवति and ஆத்யந்தௌ டகிதௌ இல்லையா அப்படின்னா அந்தரே பின்னாடி இருக்கிற அச்சுக்கு தான் வருது ஆதி இதுதான்
சூத்திரம்
நாந்தபதாத் பரஸ்ய
ngமுன் ஸ்யாத்
ngமுன் ஹ்ரஸ்வாத் ngமுன் நித்யம்
ngமோ ஹ்ரஸ்வாத் ngமுட நித்யம் ngமுன் நித்யம் ஓகே So, एतस्मिन् अन्तरे देवी मेरुमध्यमुपेयुषः प्रजापतिमुखान् देवान् प्राह सागरमेखला. What did she say? Her conversation starts from Sloka 38. Paklama? Viditam? Paralya?
पुनः पश्यामः महोदय मया गन्तव्यम् अन्यथा भवती
Seri, appo we'll do it next class. No problem. Yeah.
धन्यवादः.